Hey y'all. Okay, so I'm about to start the Sisterlocks tag. Someone tagged me to do this tag last year and I feel really bad and terrible. So whoever reminded me, I was trying to find the video that you commented about me doing that. Thank you. So I'm doing it now for you guys. So let's begin. When were your Sisterlocks installed and how long have you had them? Okay, so my Sisterlocks were installed October 31st on Halloween um in 2014, and then on November the 3rd of 2014, which was like 3 days later, they were all done and completed. So that's why I say November 3rd is my baby's birthday. um so yeah. And how long I've had them right now, like right now, it's been 2.5 years. And I am so shocked. I can't believe it's been 2.5 years already. Like, I cannot wait to see what year 3 brings. Next question. Why Sisterlocks and not any other form of locks? Um, Honestly, I wanted traditional locks in the beginning, but I was scared because of how big they are. I didn't know how it would look like on me. I thought I would look like a boy. I thought so many different things about big locks. So I wanted to get small locks so I could feel comfortable so that maybe later on in life I would combine them. But now having six locks, I don't want to combine them. I don't think I will. But I mean, who knows? When I get like in my 40s or something, maybe I'll combine them if I feel like it or whatever. I don't know. But as for right now, no, that's not happening. I'm not combining them. Um, but Sisterlocks I chose because of just how the whole process of just going to a consultant, her retightening it, and then me styling it, dyeing it, doing whatever I want with it, curling it, and all that stuff. That seemed pretty cool to me, honestly. And yeah, just I like it. How long did it take you to schedule your installation? Okay, I gotta think about this. So in June, on June, when I don't remember the date, but in June of 2014 is when I big chopped my hair. I got rid of my afro and everything that day. I was just sick and tired of it. And then in September of that same year, that's when I first called Rose, my consultant. So let me see, July, August, September. So it was about 3 months, and but I would honestly say, um, that was still the deal for me to actually say yes to test locks when I got my test locks installed in my head. I felt them. I looked at them in a mirror like 500 times to see what, like, they were right here in the back, and I had to like hold a mirror up here against the mirror so I could see it. And I was just like totally in love, and I was just like, you know what, this is it, man. I need this. I need Sisterlocks. Oh, and my apologies with my voice. I'm kind of sick, but not really. I'm just not feeling that well, so apologies. But anyway, so yeah, it took me about 3 months to schedule my retake because I really wanted to make sure this was it, because locks is permanent, which means you can't take them out. You can't switch them like a wig or a weave. You can't do none of that. So I had to be 100% committed. So I wanted to make sure and make sure I researched a lot. So yeah. What fears did you have before getting your Sisterlocks? My fears was that basically, um, my number one fear was when, like, cause I heard some people having the scalp thing. Like, once you get your hair installed, you're just scalpy and you look like a plucked chicken. I was kind of afraid about that, especially me being my consultant's first head that she's ever done. You know, besides, well, like, minus the mannequins. But I was my first client. I did not want the chicken plucked look. I was looking and researching ways that maybe there's some way I could like try to avoid it. Try not to get that scalp look. Um, but eventually I had it. But it filled in and it got thicker over time, and I was very pleased and happy. And she had a feeling that my hair texture would do that. So that's why I say research is good, and also make sure that your consultant knows what she's doing, knows her stuff about Sisterlocks, so you know for sure that, you know, the install won't be as scalpy for long or too long or whatever the case may be. Another fear I had was basically locks in general. Like, I was about to go permanent. You know what I mean? So I'm really, it's not scary anymore. It's really not. Name one thing you wish you knew before starting your Sisterlocks. One thing I wish I knew is that I didn't need to cut all my hair off. I could have started with this length of hair that I have right now for the same darn price. Well, cause I heard that if you cut off all your hair, it'd be cheaper. But that wasn't necessary for me at the time with my consultant, because she needed her first head, so it was gonna be a set rate regardless of how long my hair was. When I found that out, I was like, man, if only I started with long hair. But I'm kind of glad I cut it all off, because then I was able to really start with fresh hair, not hair that's been grown out for like a year or two or whatever, just fresh cut haired. It's still looking good. So have you noticed any major changes in your life or the people around you as a result of your Sisterlocks? Not really, no. I mean, when I first got my locks installed, no one even complimented or said anything at all besides my mom. But I mean, total strangers or whatever. Nobody knew what was going on in my head. I didn't get any compliments, none of that stuff. I don't know. But now, since my hair is like this length, I've been starting to get a lot of compliments and people liking my hair and everything. So it's I don't know. I didn't really get a life change or people changing as a result of my hair. No. Well, at least not yet. I don't really know, but not yet. How many locks do you have? I started off with 435 locks, but in the process, I combined, I believe, 5 of them that were right here. So this big lock right here, this big area right here, hold on, so you can see it. This big area right here was 5 locks. They were very small and skinny, so all I did was braid them together, and then over time it just locked up. And also, my consultant recently has started to split my hair, so now I have like at the base split locks. This is my lock, okay, but then there's a split at the base. See there, the split at the base. That is what it means to split. She's splitting this lock in half so that it can be smaller. Okay, so that's what's happening, and they're all around my head. Because of that, I'm gonna wait until all my locks that need to be split are split. Then I'll let you know how many locks I have, because honestly, I have no idea how many locks I have now. I really don't. What pattern do you or your loctician use on your hair? Okay, so I start off with a pattern 4. Um, Basically, I guess like from here to like here was like the pattern 4, but then she switched to um 3. So now I have 3. And the only way I can tell a difference is how tight the ends are compared to the rest of the lock. If I squeeze at the end, it's hard, because with a 4-point rotation, it's tighter than a 3-point rotation. So when she rotates it 3 times, it's a lot softer and makes it a lot fuller. She did that because at first she thought my hair wasn't going to stay because how soft it was and how fine my hair texture was. But then she switched to a 3 because she finally realized that it was actually tight enough. So then I've been a 3 all my life. What products do you use in your hair? Basically just the Sisterlocks dandruff shampoo or the starter shampoo and the reconstructor conditioner. Those are the only ones I basically use in my hair. I don't use anything else. I don't use any oils. Oh, and water. How do you wear your hair most of the time? Like this on the side, either back behind my ears, freestyled, or if I pull up, half down, or in a bun. As simple as that. I I sometimes curl my hair on special occasions or whatever. But now it's just like I don't feel like curling my hair anymore. It looks great the way it is without even curling it. But I like curling it too because it gives it volume and some definition. But other than that, basically freestyle, swooped over like this or in the bun or something, side bun, back bun. I can almost get in the top bun, but not yet because the back's still a tad bit short and the top is still a little short. So we're getting there. How often do you retighten your hair? I get my hair retightened every 7 or 8 weeks. It depends, but basically 7 weeks because my hair grows so slow. How often do you wash your hair? I only wash it if smoke or whatever gets my hair, makes it smell like smoke, chlorine, or before my retight day. So that's it. One thing you miss about loose natural hair and one thing you don't. One thing I missed about loose natural hair is not having a grid. And I always say that because of those itches, man. Sometimes I have an itch when I get my retake done and it's in the base of my hair. Like if it's like right at the base and I just have to rub it. It's like um but that's the only time I really miss having just not having a grip, being able to really swoop my hands through my hair and stuff. Especially now, right now, I find it annoying with some of my locks being split. Every time I just go around, it stops. I'm like, oh, I can't wait till you get split. And one thing I don't miss is the whole entire maintenance and just having loose natural hair in general. I don't miss the lifestyle of that or anything. I literally had to hide from water, hide from rain, make sure my hair was protected in the pool, wearing some darn cap or whatever, wearing some, having like puffs everywhere, braids sticking all over the place. It was just crazy. I couldn't enjoy my life because I had to protect my hair from every element there was in this earth. But now since I have locks, it's just like, what rain? So, yeah, I don't miss loose natural hair at all. And I really never want to take these out ever, like, ever. What are your hair goals? Basically, my hair goals are to number one, grow it to my waist and maintain it at my waist because I always wanted waist length hair my entire life. Number two, continue to grow past waist length until I'm starting to sit on it and cut um cut them off. And then number three, to donate my locks to a woman or anybody who I come across who makes Sisterlocks wigs for people who are dealing with cancer or suffering from alopecia. Um, that's like really something I really would like to do. Like, my hair would be a benefit for others. So those are my three hair goals. Do you use supplements? If yes, which ones? If not, why not? I don't use supplements because number one, I can't swallow a pill or a supplement or a vitamin to save my life. Um, yeah, I mean, if they're chewable, sure, I would chew it. I did have some a while ago, but then I stopped taking it because I forgot about them. Um, but other than that, I didn't see any changes or anything or growth or whatever. I just I prefer not to use supplements. I rather, just let your hair do its own thing. I find that you'll appreciate your hair more once you start leaving it alone and just letting it do its own thing. Like, see how carefree I am now? I'm not as stuck up with my hair as I used to be and serious about it. Like, I want my hair to be perfect, but there is no such thing as having perfect locks at all. So you just learn to be carefree and just let your hair do its thing. I just sound so Rasta. I don't, I don't know, but it's the truth. I mean, no supplements. Just let your hair do its thing. Let it naturally grow at its own pace. And I think you'll find more enjoyment that way. No matter the struggle and how fast you want it to grow. Because trust me, I want my thing to grow a little bit faster than it's doing right now. But it's come a very long way. So that's good. How long is your longest lock? Okay, I'm going to try to measure it and see here. Because I don't really think it was this one. That was fast. I think it's this one because that's like the one that has like the little thing at the bottom or whatever. Yeah, I think it was this one that was the longest. I looked at the questions ahead of time, so I wanted to make sure I was like prepared to answer these questions. Yeah, this one's definitely the longest. I believe it is almost armpit length. This is my armpit down here, so it's almost, I would say another ½ inch away from it. And then look how this bounces right back up there. It's like, woo, and then it will bing all the way from like here to my collarbone. Amazing. One major thing you like about Sisterlocks and one major thing you don't. Okay. One major thing that I do like about Sisterlocks is basically just being able to do whatever you want with it after it matures. Curling it, leaving it alone, styling it just like loose natural hair. Just having the benefits of letting your hair just do its own thing and all that. That's what I like about Sisterlocks. And also, I guess like the bond that you make with your consultant also. My consultant has become like a second mother to me. And like I really like that with Sisterlocks. You really gain that sense of brother and sisterhood with other people. And it's really fun and really nice and just relaxing. That's why I say it's very important that you find a good consultant because they're going to be with you for a very long time until you do your own locks or whatever the case may be. So, yes. But one major thing, and this is a very major thing that I do not like about Sisterlocks at all, is how the brand of Sisterlocks is. Um, Basically, some people are trying to state that Sisterlocks is the ideal lock, that it's better than other locks or on all that stuff. And that's simply not the case. There's many women who have beautiful locks. I envy women who have freeform locks, have the confidence to start their locks like that and then watch it flourish and grow into like this awesome freeform locks. I'm just like, man, that is ideal right there. Or having traditional locks, big chunky locks. Like that's just beautiful. Um, but Sisterlocks, they're beautiful as well. Don't get me wrong, they are beautiful, but they are not the ideal. Um, and also just the brand itself. Like there are some women who started with Sisterlocks, which means that you went to a consultant, you had your test locks installed first, then you got your full install, which took either a day to 3, 4, 5 days, however you wanted to split it, and then you go to your consultant and she retightens it, and you use only the Sisterlock products and all that stuff and blah 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 blah. But if you are not doing that anymore, if you decide to change your product to do shea moisture or whatever, if you decide to retighten your hair with a nappy lock tool or whatever, or if you can't afford your consultant anymore and you just um, retighten your hair like traditional locks, where you do the retwist and whatever that thing is, like you retwist your hair with water or gel or whatever, and you like lay down with like a barrette or something, that you don't have Sisterlocks anymore. And I find that this to be very ridiculous and stupid. I don't like how the brand makes people feel that way, especially if they come through a hard time and they can't afford to retighten their locks anymore, and they decide to get a nappy lock tool instead of um, you know, um, going to the Sisterlock classes, and because that class is like $200. I mean, it's awesome to get to know how Sisterlocks are made and everything. I get that, and that's fine with me, honestly. But there's some people who do not want to spend that much money to learn something that you can learn off the internet as well. And I'm sort of like in that zone. I mean, now it's like, because in the beginning I just thought Sisterlocks was just really ideal, truly unique, but in reality it's just basically like every other locking system, especially interlocking. There's other interlocking techniques that are way cheaper than Sisterlocks. It's just like, it's a whole brand thing and it's ridiculous. It really is. So if I ever do start retightening my own hair with something else, if I don't want to take that retight class or whatever, and then y'all not gonna classify my hair as Sisterlocks because of the actual brand, which is, I mean, that's what that's just how it is. That's what it means. If if you don't have the Sisterlocks when you use something else, you don't have Sisterlocks, then you know what? I don't care. Because my Sisterlocks are locks. That's what they are. And that ain't gonna change. That's why, sometimes I say that I have Sisterlocks. Sometimes I say I have locks. It's the same darn thing. I just hate how the brand makes it so, like, so exclusive, honestly. It's like very exclusive, but they're trying to represent themselves as inclusive to invite other people. You know what I mean? It's just something that I have a problem with. Is it's really been hurting my, not hurting my heart. I'm not that into it, but it's really made me ponder a lot. Like, do I really want to become DIY? Because then I have to say that I don't have Sisterlocks. Um, that I have DIY locks or micro locks, which I have no problem saying that because I have to be honest and truthful. I can't lie and say I have Sisterlocks if I'm retightening my hair with something else other than the Sisterlocks tool. And if I didn't take the class, then I don't have it. So it's just like, it's it's crazy. So I'm really in that debate, because I really want to start retightening my own hair, not for the sake of just like saving money or whatever, but also just because I want to have more control of my own locks and stuff. But I want to actually wait until all my locks are split and stuff because I cannot do that. I don't know anything about that, which is also why I would like to take the retake class so I can learn how they do it and all that stuff. So it's like I'm in between. But that's basically something, one major thing I don't really like about Sisterlocks. That whole thing where you're just kicked out of the Sisterlock family. It's just like, really? Were we really family in the first place? You know what I mean? But that's like a whole debate and stuff and contracts and, you know, you can't really fight with a contract. It's something that you sign. It's something that you have to do. So it's just like, but yeah. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's one thing I don't really like. I don't really feel like talking about anymore because it just gets me depressed. Next, if you could start your Sisterlock journey again, what would you do differently? I honestly would have asked for a larger size. Because looking at my babies back here that are big and fat and had the large size, like this chunky one right here. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's so chunky. But now I think that one got, no, this one didn't get split yet. It's still chunky. But I love how chunky it is. I would love all of it to be that chunky. I really wish I did, but I was afraid it would be too big and look like traditional locks, which was far from the truth. But yeah, I wish I had the large size Sisterlocks or even brother locks. They seem pretty large too. And the last question, do you have any lock or Sisterlock crushes or inspiration? Yes, PR Charles is my number one. Okay, number one. Number two would be Crayola. She has beautiful Sisterlocks as well. Um, and there's a girl who has traditional locks. Her name's Daniela or Danielle Locks. I don't remember, but they're beautiful and chunky and just everything. She was the first lock, like traditional locks that I've seen on Pinterest, and I wanted traditional locks because of her, but I was just afraid it wouldn't look right on me like how she was rocking it, because I don't look like her at all, so I wasn't sure. But right now my mind is foggy, and that's like the only inspirations that I can think of right now. So that pretty much sums it up for the Sisterlocks tag, and of course I'm tagging all of you guys to make a video. And if you can, if you mention me, or if you want me to check out your video, please let me know in the comments. Like, comment, say check out my Sisterlocks tag Rant, because I will. Then I'll finally be able to, because I just, no one tagged me in it to tell me that I was in it and stuff, and I was like, I feel terrible that I did this all late. But yep, I feel like I did a really big mouthful on this video, but hopefully it isn't too long. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope this answered as many questions as possible about Sisterlocks, and considering Sisterlocks. If you want, hopefully I didn't turn you off neither, because Sisterlocks still is wonderful regardless of that whole brand and all that stuff. Like, it's still awesome, and I still love just, the whole functionality of it and whatnot. So yeah, I I don't know. I just wanted to be honest too. So yeah. But other than that, that's it. And I hope you guys have a lovely day. Alright. Take care, y'all. Any questions, just comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Especially now since I'm out of school. Okay, bye.